Rick Porcello gave up 3 runs in the first and 3 more in the third as the Houston Astros took the second game of their weekend series with the Boston Red Sox by a score of 7-1. Welcome into the Boston Red Sox Newsfeed postgame recap. I'm Adam Blue reporting for CLNS, a leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Red Sox. Porcello's rough June continued on Saturday night as the Astros pounded out 10 hits and crossed the plate 7 times to give the reigning Cy Young winner his league-leading 9th loss of the season. Porcello has now allowed 5 or more runs in 3 straight starts and surrendered at least 8 hits in 8 consecutive outings. David Paulino, who is one of the Astros' top prospects, earned his first MLB victory as he allowed just 1 run on 3 hits in his 6-inning start. Chris Young drove in the only Red Sox run with a solo homer to left field in the top of the 5th inning, as Boston scored 2 runs or less in yet another start from Porcello. The righty starter dug himself a huge hole in the bottom of the first, as the first 4 Astros reached, and 3 of them crossed the plate in a disastrous inning. George Springer led off with a double, Marwin Gonzalez reached on a bunt single, and Jose Altuve drove in the first run with his own double to center field. After Carlos Correa walked to load the bases, the Astros scored twice on 2 consecutive sacrifice flies by Brian McCann and Carlos Beltran to make it 3-0. Altuve led off the third with a solo homer to left field, and Beltran launched a 2-run blast to right field to score Correa for Houston's 5th and 6th run of the night. Porcello has now given up 16 home runs in just 92 2/3 innings pitched this year, compared to just 23 homers allowed in 223 innings last season. He also leads the majors in hits allowed with 124 and runs allowed with 61. Houston scored their 7th run in the bottom of the 6th as Yuli Gurriel doubled, moved to third on a single by rookie Derek Fisher, and scored when Nori Aoki grounded into a double play. The Sox offense could not string together hits off of Paulino, who entered the game with no record and a 6.59 ERA in his 3 appearances this season. Boston had a 2-out walk from Xander Bogaerts in the first, a leadoff single by Dustin Pedroia in the 4th, Young's 3rd homer of the season in the 5th, and a leadoff single by Mookie Betts in the 6th, and that was it for the entire game. The lone bright spot for the Red Sox pitching staff was a perfect 7th inning from reliever Austin Maddox, who made his MLB debut. Maddox was recalled from AAA Pawtucket on Thursday to replace Brian Johnson on the 25-man roster, and he was 1-0 with a 1.32 ERA and 1 save in 8 appearances for the Paw Sox this season. David Price will look to pick up his 2nd win of the season and give the Sox the series win on Sunday night, as he will face Houston's Joe Musgrove on ESPN's Sunday Night Baseball on Father's Day. Nick Quaglia will have your pregame news, notes, and lineups, while Ethan Winter has a recap of tomorrow night's game right here. CLNS also has you covered with all the breaking news from the NBA draft, including the reported deal between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers for the number 1 pick in Thursday's draft. This has been Adam Blue for CLNS.